Hello and welcome to the weather update. It's about 9, it's almost 10 o'clock, let's be honest here, but what a day today. Cloud, with that little ice, it was very slippery in the morning, and then, wow, uh, we had that ice in the morning, and then it shaped it off to rain, and then we were overcast, and the sun came out later in the afternoon, and then, and then I was actually going to the South Shore, and I was actually on the way to the South Shore. Let's start. Actually, that's not the first photo I want to show you. It's this one right here. So I went all the way to Jamaica and took the Babylon train. And look at this view here. This is a shower, a rain shower, that actually just popped up out of nowhere. This is looking toward the north of, I'm a little northeast of Jamaica. And Another look at it here, this rain shower, here we are, and you could sort of see the rainbow starting as we were heading east. This is toward around St. Albans. And then as we got into Rockville Center, this is what we saw. Absolutely incredible, stunning rainbow. Absolutely beautiful. One of the most beautiful rainbows I've ever seen. It was just in that one spot. I was just lucky enough to see it. Here's another look at it here as we're passing by on the train. But incredible, and what an incredible sight. I have a video of it as well because I was just so awestruck by it. But let's go to the latest snow and ice reports from this morning. And we'll go over this from the National Weather Service, and we're going to go over the freezing rain reports. Some parts of our area did wind up getting a decent amount of freezing rain. Look at Essex County, 0.38 inches of freezing rain. That's quite a bit of freezing rain there. Islip Airport got 0.18. So it was enough ice to make it slippery, and the ice did stick to the trees in certain spots. Snow reports, not all that much, just a few inches generally, and mainly all north of the city. But there was still some scattered little patches of ice around, and now things are starting to freeze again. Luckily, a lot of the wetness evaporated when that drier air moved into the picture. So let's go to the current conditions again, and we'll look at what it was like throughout the day. We'll go to Islip, where it's currently 30 degrees, dew point 17, west-northwest wind. But it was interesting with those showers. I'm going to actually look at the radar rewind in a little bit, just to look at that, because they really popped up out of nowhere, and I was not expecting them at all. You can see much of the day we're overcast with drizzle. It didn't really wrap up until a little later on in the afternoon, like 2 o'clock. You could see in the morning we were below freezing, but then we came above freezing, but it was a struggle to make it all the way above freezing. So that's why we had a little bit of that freezing rain going on there. And if we look at the dew points, this is when the wetness. You can see they didn't really start dropping until after those showers moved through around 5 o'clock or so, a little after 5 o'clock. Then the dew points started dropping. So that must have been like a secondary front or something that passed through, and that's what those showers were about. But it was quite interesting, and I wasn't expecting it. That's for sure. I'm not going to go over the highs and the lows today because not really a huge variation in temperature. The temperatures will be dropping tonight, but it was interesting to see for sure what wound up happening with that. Right now, again, we're around the 30-degree mark, and we'll continue to drop. Looks like it's still above freezing in central and southern New Jersey. Northern New Jersey is below freezing. So, of course, the warmth always hangs on in New Jersey. So let's go look at the radar, and you will see here, looking at the radar, looks like we still have a little lake effect in February. It's because the lakes are supposed to freeze over, but they don't do that anymore because of climate change. It looks like they got a lot of snow in Boston from this storm, by the way. They got hit pretty hard, actually. So we got this high building in. Looking at the GFS, we got this high building in. This high is going to build in and give us fair weather this weekend. We'll have to see how much clear sky we're going to get. We'll have to keep an eye on that. That high builds in. System slides to the south on Sunday. Then another secondary. This is going to be the really cold air mass here that's going to be building in here on Monday. That moves away. And after that, looks like we have a couple of small systems to worry about. And then perhaps another high coming in. But it generally looks like it's trying to evolve into a somewhat warmer pattern. Or at least it's trying to. And if we look at the temperature anomaly chart, you will see after we deal with the cold air this weekend, here's It's tomorrow, Saturday. Sunday is going to be near normal, so it'll be colder more, returning to near normal on Sunday. But see, look at that deep, that almost purple going over the northeast. That is Monday. That's going to be the frigid day. After that, it looks like it relents a little bit, though. It's still some frigid air is still trying to get in here. Here we go again for Friday, perhaps. So frigid air is still trying. Hang on, but as we get toward the later part, it looks like we start to see a change in the jet stream pattern. And if we were to look at the upper air and the jet stream, you'd see it becomes more zonal. Versus here, we still have these troughs here that we have to deal with. So we still have these troughs. They're not deep troughs, but they're enough to bring the cold air. But as you just notice that it becomes more zonal, and it tends to be a little more ridging in the east. So that's why it would tendency to be a little warmer. Let's take a closer look at our area now and look at the HRRR. Obviously, I don't think there's going to be any precipitation to speak of in the next 48 hours or so. Let's take a look at this. I don't think there's anything to really see. Actually, there might be something with this Arctic front. We'll have to watch this Arctic front later Sunday. There might be something with that. Perhaps something interesting. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. Could we have another snow squall again? That would be interesting. But let's go look at the temperatures. Temperature forecast on this HRRR, and you'll see here that by morning we're going to be in probably Long Island. You see the cold air is kind of more over Long Island than New Jersey. So Long Island will probably be only around 20 degrees. Jersey will probably be in the mid-20s. The winds stay up, so I don't think we see the radiational cooling. But tomorrow we're going to struggle to make it above freezing. Probably right around 30 degrees on Long Island. Maybe you'll be able to get above freezing if you're in the southern part of New Jersey. And then tomorrow night, not as cold because you'll see that the winds will shift around. And then for Sunday, we'll be warmer. We'll probably get into the low maybe even mid-40s before that Arctic air comes right back into the picture again. So if we look at the dew points and take a look where that airflow is coming from, you'll see here that we have that northerly flow tonight. That's going to bring in the cold air, northerly flow. But then watch what happens as we get toward tomorrow evening. It becomes a little more westerly, and that's why it moderates a little bit. And then for Sunday, we start seeing a little more of a west-southwesterly flow, and that's what brings in the warmer air. But you see that Arctic air there waiting in the wings. If we go to the GFS here and move this along, you'll see here, there's that Arctic air. It's going to come on down. Here we are, Monday, 06Z, midnight. And the Arctic air is rolling in, and there it is for your Monday. We're going to be dealing with this Arctic air, but it's just one day, and then it starts relenting on Tuesday. So if we look at the temperatures for your Sunday, you see it moderates, and then here we are. And again, I do apologize for that radiator. Now imagine having to listen to that all the time. It's driving me absolutely crazy. Anyway. Here we are Monday morning, and we are possibly as cold as the teens on Long Island. And then Monday, we're probably not going to make it out of the 20s. We'll probably be in the mid to upper 20s. Maybe Jersey has a crack at 30, but we'll have to see. That's going to be your cold day. And of course, they could be really cold. Right? If we have the optimal radiational cooling conditions, we could see some very cold temperatures Tuesday morning, and then Tuesday, you can see it really improves, and we see those temperatures returning to above freezing. And then for the rest of the week, you see near normal. And then we have another cold blast to watch out for on Thursday and Friday. Now we're into March here, all right? So March will start off like a lion, I guess, starting off on a cold note. But then, as you see, it moderates as we get more further into March. I'm not going to go that much further into March, though. So I am curious about, well, it's too early to tell what's going to happen with that Arctic front. We'll have a better idea tomorrow, I think. I am kind of curious about if we're going to have that snow squall risk again. Let me just go to the NAM. See, I don't think this goes far enough out. Oh, it does. Okay, good. So here's the NAM. Let's see if we can get. Yeah, kind of has them dissipate, but we'll see. Maybe they'll hold together and we can get our snow squall out of it. Upstate's going to get snow squalls with that Arctic front, that's for sure, but we may not. But hey, you never know. You never know. Let's look at the sky conditions on the NAM for tomorrow. We start off with clouds, and then we start seeing improving conditions as we get toward the afternoon with less clouds. Whether it'll be clear, that remains to be said, but definitely I think we'll see a lot more sun in the latter half of tomorrow versus the first part of tomorrow. Now, for Sunday, we have to watch this cirrus here. It looks like it stays just to our south, and if it does, we'll have a clear day for Sunday. All right, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. This is the NAM sky cover. Let's go to the RGEM sky cover and look at this. So this is the RGEM sky cover, and similar idea. Morning starts off with those clouds. Those clouds push off, but we may have to watch out for some of this instability, cloudiness perhaps developing. But I think there'll be a period of time where we should be mostly sunny from, say, noonish to around 2-ish. So you'll have at least a couple of hours there. And then as far as Sunday goes, Sunday looks like the really nice clear day. Ahead of that Arctic front, it won't be as cold, and the Arctic front passes through. And then Monday, we should have a really nice, clear, and very cold day, but it should be clear. And it should be a very nice day to be outside, so although it will be cold. And then the cirrus kind of rolls in on us for Tuesday. So it's kind of a look at what's going to be happening with the skies. So I guess that's going to wrap up this weather update. Again, pretty amazing if you got a chance to see that rainbow, consider yourself lucky because it was very impressive. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching.